our justice system to get the right person, to get the dangerous people off the street. But that didn't happen in the case of Michael Morton, sentenced to life in prison for murdering his wife. His wrongful conviction in Williamson County made history and changed Texas laws. In a new memoir, Morton tells his whole story for the first time.
When the light's just right and you got a little bit of a breeze, the sunlight's reflecting off the water and it looks like 1,000 little jewels out there just sparkling in the sun.
In the middle of the pines, sitting on an East Texas lake, Michael Morton has finally found peace.
This is beautiful out here.
Thank you.
I mean, what is it like to be out here and watching the squirrels and the fish? And
there's nothing better in the morning than coming out on this deck and holding Cynthia's hand and drinking a cup of coffee and watching all the critters start coming awake.
Cynthia is his wife of a little more than a year, and the deck is where he wrote.
Tell me why you wrote the book.
I think I wrote it for a couple reasons. One, to show people what I went through, and also to kind of like hand it to my son and say, you know, you were in this, but you may not know it.
Morton's son Eric was only 3 years old when his mother was murdered and his father sent to prison. Eventually, his mother's sister adopted him, and the father and son lost touch until Morton's exoneration in 2011.
Eric has had to adjust again and again to different realities. I am grateful for the way he has welcomed me back into his life. He and Maggie have just become parents again, this time to Patrick, a handsome and healthy little boy. Their beautiful little Chrissy is 2. I am hoping in the years ahead I can relive at least a piece of Eric's childhood by watching their children grow up. I want to be a good grandpa.
Is there anything especially in here that is your most favorite?
I like the epilogue best. Everybody knows the tragedy and the dark spots, you know, the low valleys and all that stuff, but I like the epilogue best because it talks about my new life, my wife, living here. I don't know about you, but I like a happy ending, and I have a happy ending. On this glorious dawn, Cynthia walks up behind me, reaches out and takes my hand. I am free, I am home, and I'm in love. Finally, the long night has ended. The sun is rising.
Morton's memoir is titled Getting Life, and it comes out July the 8th. He and his attorneys were able to prove Williamson County investigators and prosecutors hid evidence that could have pointed to Morton's innocence and to the real killer, Mark Norwood. As a direct result of the case, the Texas legislature passed a series of laws, one of them requiring more DNA testing in capital murder cases.